Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, how the heck are you doing today? I hope I find all of you well. I've got a bit of a special video for today. NBT Clothing sent me over a nice little package of some of their armored gear. They sent me their hoodie and their pants, and I'm going to be doing a review on these. I did also get a new exhaust today. Actually, it finally just came in the mail, so you know, it'll sound a little bit better when I'm out riding. I want to start off by saying, going into this, I was a little skeptical because, I mean, I've heard very mixed things when it comes to NBT, you know. I'm not sure, you know, what to believe, or at least initially I wasn't too sure what to believe. I've heard people say, oh, well, it's just garbage. I've also heard people say, oh, it's some pretty great clothing, you know, it saved me on, you know, a number of occasions, yada, yada, yada. After getting some of their clothing, though, I will definitely say this stuff, I'm kind of upset with myself that I haven't bought anything sooner, because honestly, it looks good. It feels good. Especially, you know, taking it out of the packaging and everything. The first time that I actually, you know, put my hands on it, it felt so good, dude. It felt like an actual, like, protective piece of clothing. It didn't just feel like any old regular pair of jeans or regular hoodie. You know, there's some weight to it. There's actually some, like, it feels quality. It feels, you know, like it's actually going to protect me. Like it's actually got something to it. It doesn't just feel like crap. You know, it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel garbage. And personally for me, I've owned, you know, quite a lot of armored gear over my time of riding, and I haven't found anything quite as comfortable as this stuff. Like, oh man, I'll take this any day of the week over any of my other gear that I have at home. This takes the cake. On a nice little spot up here. Yeah, there we go. So what? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I figured I'll come take some photos, but honestly, out of everything that I've ever owned, when it comes to armored gear, this stuff, it hands down takes the cake. It feels solid. It feels like it's actually got some sort of quality to it, you know? Like, it doesn't just feel like some cheap garbage that they decided to resell. And that's one thing that I love about this. Yeah, first impressions putting this stuff on, man, it's really, really comfortable. And honestly, I'm just more upset in the fact that I didn't buy any sooner, you know? Like, I'll pop up some pictures for y'all. This gear looks so good. Yeah, as someone who rides year-round as well, a big problem with like the big bulky armored gear, you know, from your other brands and stuff like that, the problem with that for me is I bring a backpack everywhere I go. It's way over there, and that backpack only holds but so much. So if I'm putting a whole armored, you know, jacket into my bag, and then also like I've got to carry other clothes and things like that. I've got to carry, you know, spares, so that way whenever I'm going out to do stuff or whatever, I can actually look decent. I don't got to look like some Mighty Morphin Power Ranger everywhere I go, you know? I don't think anybody wants to look like that at all. Nobody wants to have to deal with that. They want to look their best, and that's where NBT honestly comes in and gives me the best of both worlds, in my opinion. Is the fact that I can wear something that all I've got to do, you know, if I want to look normal, take off this jacket, and then now I've got my t-shirt underneath, plus some decent pants. The riding boots are fine. I don't got to carry a bunch of extra clothing with me, so that way I can actually look my best. I don't got to sit here and deal with that, you know? And that was a big problem for me originally. But yeah, this stuff is CE AA rated for slides, seams, things like that. It's got heat resistance to it, you know, God forbid your exhaust or anything like that ever falls on top of you, you know, you don't want to have to deal with all that crap. I know a lot of people have mentioned that they think it's a bit overpriced for what you're getting. And personally, in my opinion, is, you know, 250 bucks too much for you to, like, which would you rather pay, 250 bucks or a hospital bill? You know, I would personally rather pay the 250 bucks to protect myself versus having to be out of work, dealing with all this extra stuff. You know, you got road rash and everything. You don't want to have, like, you don't want to have to deal with any of that stuff, man. You just don't. And personally, for me, 250 bucks ain't that bad. I'd much rather do that any day of the week. And also, you get to look good doing it, man. You get to look absolutely spectacular doing it. So why wouldn't you? It smells so bad next to this water. Something else also I want to note is that the sizings aren't too terribly off. It's not some massive issue with sizing or anything like that. Like, I just got my normal sizings of clothes, and here, let me actually, I'll pop up a video just for you guys so y'all can see. Like, this is my normal sizing. You can't tell that obviously I have knee pads in here, and then I've also got a back plate right in here, and you can't tell anything. You can't tell that it's there. It's great. I will show y'all as well the stealth pockets for where the actual padding goes. Like, I have full knee padding in here, and this is solid. Like, it's not bad padding at all. It's really comfortable, really bendable, it's flexible, but it still feels like it's actually going to do something, and that is a big thing for me. The quality is there. NBT has given me a code as well as a link that you can go ahead and click. I'll leave it down in the description. I didn't really like that photo, but I'll leave it down in the description, and it'll give you 15% off your entire order on NBT's website if you happen to want to buy something. They also have gloves, they have flannels, they have non-skinny jeans. Like, these are kind of more their skinnier, tighter jeans, which I like. But if you like something more loose fit, they have something like that. They also do have women's clothing as well. So ladies, y'all got clothing too. You're not, you know, you're not excluded from any of this. I had to, like, sprint down here. But yeah, ladies, you're not excluded from this. They've got women's gear, and from what I've seen on the reviews and stuff, it's actually some pretty solid gear. You know, it's not crappy. It fits well. Again, don't quote me. I'm not a woman. I don't know. You know, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know whether or not their women's clothing is good, but what I will say is, from what I've heard, it's not bad. When it comes to dislikes on NBT's gear, honestly, so far in the time that I've been using it, I honestly haven't found anything that I dislike. It's comfortable, it's breathable. I don't feel like I'm dying of heat stroke, you know? And I'm not sitting here thinking, oh, I wish I could take this off. I need to take this off. I need to get home so I can take this off, you know? That's not my thought. Like, even standing here now doing this photo shoot, it's probably, what, like 80 outside, and I'm wearing full black, wearing the full suit and everything, my helmet on, and I mean, aside from running back and forth just a little bit, like, I'm not hot, I'm not, you know, overheating, I'm not sweating. There's a breeze outside and I can feel that through all of this. Like, it feels good. And I even rode around this morning whenever it was a little more chilly out, and you know, it kept me warm, kept me fine through the ride. It's like they found a pretty solid balance between breathable but also efficient at keeping you still warm where it needs to and things like that. You know, not leaving you just shivering or just overheating. There's no one side that takes over, in my opinion. But yeah, all in all, NBT has definitely shifted my mindset away from the bad reviews side of things. You know, like, I've seen tons of bad reviews towards NBT, but I've also seen tons of good reviews. And I feel like at the end of the day, the best way to go about it is, you know, get some gear and make your own decision. Make your own choice. You know, do you like it? Do you not like it? Personally, for me, I love it. I will definitely be getting more of their gear, and I will definitely be repping NBT for some time. yeah, I'd say so far that's my honest review of NBT. I really like their gear. I really enjoy their gear. I definitely will be buying more. And that is for sure. Anything new that they have, I want to try out like their flannels and stuff. I also really want to try out their stealth gloves. I've heard they're really good for what they are. They're really light, breathable gloves, kind of like these, but they actually protect you. You know, I have regular gloves, but I just don't want to deal with non-breathability and these big, bulky leather gloves and stuff like that. It's just not fun. It's not it. This exhaust is so loud. I honestly highly recommend this stuff. Give it a shot. Give it a try. You definitely will not be disappointed. I know I'm sure not. I'm able to feel comfortable, safe, and, you know, just happy overall while I'm out riding, man. I don't have to sit here and worry about potentially going down and getting road rash and dealing with the backlash of that and dealing with the hospital bills and all these things like that. Again, this stuff, you know, it's armored gear, kind of like any armored gear. Like, it's not going to stop you from breaking bones and things like that. That's just not the way that gear completely works. You know, it can help alleviate the potential of that, but it's not just going to completely stop it. You're not going to be, you know, Superman on a bike. You're just not. That's not the way that works. We'll be doing a follow-up video to this as well. And that video, I am going to do something that I do not recommend anybody do, but I want to do it purely for entertainment and just to see, you know, how good this stuff is, man. So I'm going to have my fiance drive me behind her car.